Nalin Kohli of the BJP, Ratan Sharda towards the RSS point of view, Maroof Raza, Times Now's consulting editor on strategic affairs. On the other side, Pavan Verma of the JDU, former diplomat. Atul Kumar Anjan, National Secretary of the Communist Party of India, will be joined by Rahul Narwekar of the NCP in a few minutes. Now, I just want to begin by saying I've been gleaning through some of the... last night we had a terrific episode of the Newshour and everyone spoke in unanimity. Pavan Verma and Atul Kumar Anjan. The people of this country responded with unanimity. Nobody linked this to the Kashmir issue. Nobody went on an attack on our own government at this time when the threat is upon us from an enemy nation. However, Pavan Verma, I cannot understand for the life of me that when I see the political reactions to this situation, instead of seeing unanimity, instead of seeing only and only a strong sense of nationalism, and instead of the kind of comment we saw from the CPIM today, for example, Atul Kumar Anjan, where we saw the CPIM linking the Kashmir issue on it. This is not how the people of this country think, Atul Kumar Anjan and Pavan Verma. The people of this country want Pakistan punished. The people of this country don't blame their own government at a time like this, but political parties do. The people of this country don't say engage with Pakistan, let's talk about the Kashmir issue, but political parties do. I just want to understand why political parties are so out of sync. Some political parties, Pavan Verma, so out of sync with the mood in this country towards Pakistan.
Arnab, may I respond?
Please, go ahead.
First of all, I want to say to you that I think the nation is united. The nation is united to ensure that Pakistan gets a befitting reply to this completely unacceptable carnage that has been carried out by the Pakistan state. And in the resolve to fight this enemy, I think the nation must remain united because we have an enemy across the border that has now crossed the line of Rubicon. Now that this is a given, and as part of this attempt at unity, I want to say that we will work with the government. I'm speaking for myself now and my party. We will work with this government in any way that they consider fit, so that this government evolves an efficacious, effective, coherent strategy embedded in a strategic framework in the medium and long term in order to meet this challenge and achieve the goals that need to be achieved in the light of this great violation of everything that civilized societies stand for. Therefore, I want to make my position absolutely clear. I believe that as part of that unity, we must evolve a policy which does not fall flat between the two stools of muscular rhetoric on the one side and policy paralysis on the other, ill-advised bluster on one side and strategic innocence on the other. We wish to work with the government, strengthen the government in a spirit of unity and national resolve to meet the kind of challenge that our country is facing.
Pavan Verma, you know, there's a slip between what you're saying and what your party leaders are saying. Some of your senior party leaders. Believe me, Pavan Verma, I want to see unanimity. The people of this country want to see unanimity. Every viewer in this country wants to see unanimity. I'm trying to see whether we can work towards that unanimity. So please understand where I'm coming from. I see a blame game on the other side when we see Nitish Kumar and Lalu saying that our soldiers are being killed because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's negligence. Now, you got your argument that this is an intelligence failure by India is the root of the problem. Therefore, that is the argument being presented by your leaders. Can I have Nalin on the other side because he'll respond. My point to you, Pavan Verma, and please understand where I'm coming from. You've got the root of the problem wrong. The root of the problem is Pakistan. The root of the problem that killed 18 of our soldiers is not Indian intelligence failures. Allow me to complete, sir. Allow me to complete, sir. Allow me to complete, sir. The root of the problem is Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. And that is not something that Lalu and Nitish are addressing with what they say. And by the way, on most occasions, I appreciate the need for political rhetoric, one-upmanship. On this occasion, I don't see a need for that. I think it is uncharitable to the nation to indulge in this kind of a blame game, saying the soldiers are being killed because of the Prime Minister's negligence. That serves the political need, but that does not serve the national need. There is a failure to build a consensus against Pakistan, and that's the kind of comment that encourages it. May I ask you, what is the problem, Pavan Verma? Is it within India, or is it the problem across the border, where those who are orchestrating and funding and training those who are carrying out the attacks are getting a free run? By making this point, by saying at a time when 18 people have died, 18 soldiers have died, 25 have been injured, some of them are critical, at this point of time for you to say, for your leaders to say, that our soldiers are being killed because of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi's negligence, amounts to giving Pakistan, a long leash. You should not really be doing that. I don't understand why you do. I don't know what your motivation is. If Nalin would like to respond, because people don't like that, Pavan Verma. Yes, go ahead.
Let me answer, because you asked me the question. Yeah.
Mr. Goswami.
Arnab, let me say to you quite clearly. That I believe that internal politics being played with regard to Pakistan was wrong in the past as well.
Why is it being played?
And it is wrong today.
No, but why is it being played?
Why is it being played?
One sec. Why is it being played?
You ask
tell me why is it being played?
I'm answering you. Please give me 20 seconds and I'll do so. If it was wrong in the past to do so, today would be also wrong. But to judge it to be wrong only now in terms of constructive advice, well, I believe define unity in a monochromatic way. Second point. I say as part of the attempt at unity, we must reassess. Arnab, listen. If you want to box me in for reasons which I have not been responsible for, you can do it, because you may want to need a punching bag in this program. But I'm not going to be a part of it, I can tell you this. I want to state my position clearly to you. If you want to listen, it's fine. The position is as follows. Internal politics on India was used most flamboyantly by none other than Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the 2014 election. But be that as it may, I say that let's not play it today. Secondly, as part of that unity, if I ask a question to you also, that why is it that Pathankot and Uri have happened in quick succession? Has there been an intelligence failure? Is our army less equipped than it should be? Can we do more to prevent this from happening? Is this an act of anti-nationalism? Is this what kind of nationalism?
Okay, now Pavan Verma, we've opened up the debate, but you need to understand.
Like
believe me, Pavan Verma, when you have a good watch it. Nalin will respond, but I need to also respond. Because Pavan Verma makes an unfair observation that I need a punching bag. Believe me, I don't, but I seriously want answers tonight, because I've also been observing the kind of reactions, and believe me, Pavan Verma, it's an understatement when I say that I'm disappointed with the political response. Now, 1 second. Before I go to Nalin Kohli, let me also tell you in turn, sir. The problem within India is not our intelligence. The problem within India is our political class, which is yet to unite completely against the enemy on a black and white issue like terrorism. That's the point. The problem is that we are broadcasting to the world that we are a divided house. When it comes to retaliating against elements on terror, this is not the time. This is not the moment. And when the funeral pyres have still not been completely lit, for us to tear into each other politically, I think is unfair. But that's my point of view. You don't need to agree with it, sir. Now let Nalin Kohli respond to that. We take the debate forward. Rahul Narwekar, welcome. Maroof, I'm going to come to you in a minute. Yes, please, Nalin.
Mr. Goswami, let me begin by thanking you for having the time to mark out and show each one of those martyrs, because the nation must see them. And more importantly, even as you are showing that, in terms of it, it's a matter of great shame for us that there are people who are looking for justifications, the blame game, and even those who are supported, who have stood there, linked to political parties, their proxy people, they have all the time over the last 24 hours to put out Facebook posts, to put out posts on Twitter on various issues, but not one on the condemnation of the terrorist attack or the martyr of our soldiers. That's the kind of division we are facing, and we need to acknowledge it, because that's the truth in its pristine, naked glory. You just can't project the truth how you'd like to see it. That's the truth. When Pavan Bhai says that we are united, the people of India are united. But can we say with certainty that all the political parties are united in that condemnation? In that saying, no, let us stand together and see we have a common enemy. We have a problem that is being thrust on us. And where is the problem? It lies in Pakistan. How to resolve it, how to respond to it, in what manner, what it should be done, in what way it should be calibrated, that of course is a matter that the government would decide on. But can we see that political resolve beyond the government also? Because this is an important inflection point. This 18 soldiers who have been martyred after Kalu Chakra, and it's the second time in the year, an important issue happening in terms of first what happened at Pathankot. Can we just look at it as another routine incident? It can't. So I think it's an important thing, looking for justification in terms of no, because there is a Kashmir problem, so terrorism is justified. Oh no, there is originally a problem like this, so we can justify it, is the same argument that people use for Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda got created, ISIS, and as back as Hitler. You can't find a justification and link it, because the justification for terror does not exist. And final point, this entire political narrative of division that we see, it stems from this, no, let us attack the BJP. Let us attack the BJP on a point of view. I'm not saying Pavan Bhai personally is doing it, but there are those who do it because they believe that the vote bank of India would be divided on the lines that they perceive. The vote bank is not. The Indian citizen is united, irrespective of religion, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, anyone, irrespective of region. All of them are united that a response is needed, and we stand with these soldiers, barring a small, vociferous, media-savvy, social media-savvy group of people who are trying to divert the issue and divert the focus of what we should be focusing on today.
No, and Pavan Verma, may I also, ask you, and you don't need to get upset, I'm just being very direct with you today. You mentioned there's political nitpicking over Pakistan in the past was wrong. Are you in a tit-for-tat game? Are you in a tit-for-tat game, Pavan Verma? And is this a time when 18 of our martyrs have been killed for you to remember that you want to get into a tit-for-tat game? But I want to also go to Atul Kumar Anjan tonight on the strange position of the left party.
Ask me a question now and let me respond. Let me respond because you asked me.
Sir, my question is not even complete if you want to answer that question.
20 seconds.
Let me say to you, what is the problem today? What is the problem today? Is it?
I want to say to you, Arnab.
What is? Sir, you answer my question.
Arnab, you have asked me a question, let me respond. No, it cannot be a monologue. You have asked me a question, let me respond. And I want to say to you, please replay on your television what I said. If it is wrong today, if some people are doing it, it was wrong in the past as well. And therefore, internal politics being played on Pakistan in India is wrong.
So, are you squaring off? Today? When there's been the Uri attack, you're squaring off, Pavan Verma. You're squaring off at a time like this. That's not fair. You can't be squaring off.
You are deliberately misinterpreting me. I am saying it was wrong then, and it will be wrong today. And therefore, I say to you that the nation is united. But in my country, unity does not mean that we do not have any advice, any suggestions, any constructive critique to make with the government in order to strengthen that unity.
Mr. Goswami, Nalin is responding. There is a time for things. Sir, there is a time for that. Sir, there is Pavan Verma.
Mr. Goswami.
Pavan Verma.
Mr. Goswami.
Pavan Verma. Pavan Verma. May I tell you one thing,
Mr. Goswami.
Please, please understand. Please understand. Sorry, sir. You are passing many subjective observations which you know
Mr.
that I don't let subjective observations go unchallenged. 1 minute, 1 minute. Pavan Verma, today you should say, no, Pavan Verma, all I am telling you today is that there is a time, there is a place, and there is a forum.
Don't tell me
you have been a, your question is Pavan Verma.
But you are putting words in my mouth.
When you say, I just want to ask you, Pavan Verma, remember one thing.
I don't even understand why this interrogation with me.
You're not even listening to You're not listening to me. I'm just getting the debate, and there are other people also responding.
Because your questions are pointing to a direction which I don't want to
Pavan Verma, I would like to first. Pavan Verma, it can't be one way. You have to listen to me.
No, I'm sorry.
Pavan Verma,
because I began by saying the nation stands united in its resolve.
You listen to the other perspective.
Why don't you understand what I said?
Verma, do your leaders agree with that?
Yeah, but
they are saying Modi is a murderer in a way, and you are defending them. Are you saying they were wrong? Either you say that Lalu and Nitish have made wrong statements.
Can I?
You cannot defend them by making your own statement.
Can I please? Now, one second.
Mr. Pavan Verma being a diplomat is missing of election speeches. That's diplomatic speeches. Election speeches cannot become.
All I said is today, Pavan Verma, remember, watch my words. Ratan Sharda, 1 minute. Can I just have Pavan Verma and Nalin, and then I'll open up the debate? It's 9:27. I need to go to the others. And Pavan Verma, remember there is another perspective today which may disagree with yours. The problem, Pavan Verma, is there's a great intolerance of people who preach tolerance. If I say today it is the time to stand behind the nation, stand solidly behind the government, and stand behind the Prime Minister, and say that we are all behind you, and if you want to be critical, then be critical, but behind closed doors in a way that it is constructive criticism and not saber-rattling politically, which is not opportune at a time like this. People will not like it, Pavan Verma. You may think it's the right thing to do, and you can turn around and say you're being pugilistic, you're being rhetorical, you're being jingoistic. I'm not. I'm only stating the facts. I first, before I come to you, Nalin Kohli, I want to get Atul Kumar Anjan in. Atul Kumar Anjan, I have the CPIM's press statement on the attack in Uri. The CPIM is part of the left front. You are an important constituent of the left front. I am horrified at the CPIM press release today. Honestly, this has shocked me. 18 of our soldiers have been martyred in a brutal, cowardly act of terror orchestrated, planned, funded and executed from Pakistan and crafted by Pakistan. Your party, your front has used it as the moment to drag in Kashmir into the discourse. You actually gone and said the CPIM has been consistently maintaining that terrorism is not the solution to the Kashmir issue. 18 of our soldiers have been killed in Jammu and Kashmir because of a cowardly act of terror by Pakistan, Atul Kumar Anjan, and the left has tried to exploit the opportunity to drag in the need for a quote-unquote long-standing solution of the Kashmir problem. 18 soldiers martyred. Your press release talks about a long-standing solution to the Kashmir problem. Can I read the press release? Do you know what you say? The CPIM, not you, the CPIM says, would like to reiterate that for a long-standing solution of the Kashmir problem, the political dialogue with the stakeholders as advocated by the all-party delegation should be initiated without further delay. You should only be talking about how our soldiers have been killed. You are saying talk to the Pakistan-sponsored Hurriyat. Now you will tell me this is the time, this is the place, and this is the manner in which you speak, and you think Atul Kumar Anjan, you will not go unchallenged on this? What are you doing? This is least expected of any responsible political party in a country when we face a crisis like this. Why have you done it? Why have you done it? Please explain, Atul Anjan.
I will speak, but you will not interfere in when I speak, okay? Number one, on behalf of the Communist Party of India and my behalf, I express my condolences to the bereaved family members, our Jawans who have been killed in a carnage by the terrorists, those who are acting from the other side of the line of control. It's a matter of great concern that after the 2nd January attack at Pathankot, where the government of India has already informed to the state government that such type of attacks will take place, where about 7 or 8 our Jawans were killed. Again, such type, that was also happened early in the morning. And again this happened early in the morning in Uri. The question, I am coming to that, don't be restless, don't be restless, don't try. So I am saying it, as far as the Communist Party of India is concerned, we think that is a deadly action. This is not the time to go for all sorts of, political discussions and all that. Some may have their own ideas, some may speak in a different way, but the question is this now.
Who's made political discussions? You have. You have.
And the way it is acting.
You have. I'm sorry, you're not answering my question, Atul Anjan. I'm surprised
that you're not answering. Don't try to be Mr. Trump.
You have
said... Don't try to be Mr. Trump.
Mr. Atul Anjan, I am asking you a question.
Don't try to be Trump.
Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, I'm asking you a question. It's not going to help. You make sarcastic comments like that. It's not going to help. Answer the question.
You are not Obama.
Answer the question.
Don't try to be Ban Ki-moon of the United Nations.
Don't change the topic. Stay to the subject. You spoke. You dragged it.
And we know what to do. We know our responsibility. We are not printing money.
So you are beyond questioning,
and I know
you are beyond. You are name Pakistan.
I'm not going to give any money to the
name Pakistan
members. Those Jawans who have been killed.
Atul Kumar Anjan, answer my question.
Government which will pay.
Atul Kumar Anjan, answer my question if you can, and I'm asking you again. I've given you the opportunity. If you don't want to answer, I say tonight, let me ask Pavan Verma, let me ask anything. Let there be a national consensus on the kind of statement that the CPIM released today. I'm asking you today. You tell me, when the funeral pyres of 18 martyrs have not yet been burned, you are going ahead and saying, have a long-standing solution to the Kashmir problem, talk to the Hurriyat.
You see, your wish.
What do you mean, talk to the Hurriyat? What do you mean? Why do you drag Kashmir into this issue? Atul Kumar Anjan, there has to be a limit to this. At the time when India should be standing united against Pakistan, Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, you don't want to answer the question.
Without joining any medical.
Why don't you want to answer the question? Why don't you want to answer the question?
Sometimes you become
answer the question. Stop attacking me personally. Makes no difference.
Sometimes become military. You see, military expert. Don't say. There are people.
Don't get flustered. Don't get flustered.
Be quiet.
Don't get flustered. Maroof and Ratan Sharda is responding. Nalin Kohli is responding. You're getting flustered. You're getting flustered. If you make a statement, I say defend it. If you make a statement, defend it.
So arrogant.
I am asking a question. I am asking a question based upon your statement.
Has to be answered.
I am asking you a question based on your. I am asking you today. Defend your statement.
You see,
defend your statement. Atul Anjan, defend your statement. Atul Anjan, defend your statement.
The Prime Minister.
Atul Anjan, do you agree with what the CPIM has said?
Listen 1 minute, otherwise
do you agree with what the CPIM has said?
You cannot check my voice. This is the time the
Atul Kumar Anjan
should call. This is a ghastly act by the Pakistan. The Prime Minister should call a meeting of the all political party leaders and discuss it. And it cannot be dictated on the times now when and where it has to reply. The India has to reply. This has to be decided by the Prime Minister, the elected Prime Minister of this government. And there should be a discussion between political parties, and whatever befitting reply is required, that decision has to be taken by Prime Minister, not by Arnab, Goswami and time.
Atul Anjan, now stop.
It cannot be debated. To create a zingoism in this country, and you cannot brand every political party. And you are your narrow nationalism cannot, give a line to the country. Don't try to play with the sentiments of the people, and don't try to arouse the sentiments. Be responsible. You are a responsible person. I love you. Your channel must be act in a responsible way, and you sometime act in a responsible way. Unnecessarily, why you are creating a jingoist atmosphere? That's the point I want to say. We have to, Prime Minister must call.
Now Mr. Anjan. Now Mr. Anjan, courtesy demands. Courtesy demands. Listen, Mr. Anjan. Mr. Anjan, now listen to me.
Yes.
Courtesy demands that I listen to you.
However, have not allowed me to speak.
If you feel
you have not allowed me to speak.
Atul Anjan, now you no problem.
Whenever I speak, you make a target. and you go on making attacks.
Atul Anjan, I have allowed you to carry out personal insults on TV of me. I have not responded because I feel at this point of time that does not help, and thank you very much. But I will just 1 minute, just wait.
You are attacking
Atul
personally, and you are attacking my party like anything, and I will keep mum. You have become, you see, the dictator of this country. I cannot. If we, the people of this country, hate Yahya Khan,
I'd like,
we cannot accept any dictator. Understand?
You know something,
Pakistan,
you know something, Atul Kumar Anjan, Atul Anjan, 1 minute now I heard you, now you have to listen to me. 18 of our army jawans have been killed in Jammu and Kashmir because of an attack from Pakistan, and I put this out before the viewers of the Newshour tonight that the CPIM has tried to exploit this opportunity. You have tried to exploit this opportunity to drag in the need to engage the for a long-standing solution of the Kashmir problem.
Nobody will.
Mister, you must be careful with what you say. I'd like to get Maroof into this, please, because I don't know why you're getting so touchy about the CPI. Maroof Raza, please. Maroof, thank you very much. Can I have Maroof into this, please? Maroof and Nalin Kohli, if they can enter the debate, please. Maroof Raza's turn. Maroof and Nalin Kohli's turn can't be one-way traffic. Atul Kumar Anjan, I heard you. I heard you. Maroof.
To be made within the framework of the Constitution.
Arnab, with respect,
Atul Anjan,
sir,
I heard you, sir. I heard you, sir.
Arnab, with respect, sir, Arnab, with respect to the political luminaries on your show, they are experienced men, but let me remind the audience and your distinguished guests of a few facts of Indian history. The first is that as far as the political establishment in India is concerned vis-a-vis Pakistan and their sponsored cross-border proxy war, in my memory, which is pretty good, that the only occasion when our entire political establishment very quickly came together to see the need to punish Pakistan was when the parliament was attacked. Not before, when thousands of people had been killed in the Kashmir Valley, because at this stage they felt that the root and the heart of Indian democracy had been attacked. But they also represent the people of India who have been killed mercilessly by Pakistan-sponsored terror acts, and therefore I feel then and now there is a need for political unity. The second thing, and which is more important, the Prime Minister of India, from my understanding, has the mandate to look after the defense of India under the defense minister, who, as Mr. Pavan Verma in particular, having been a civil servant and a diplomat, will agree that the government of India's rules of business of 1961-62 very clearly give the authority for the defense of India to the defense minister, his secretary, and the service chiefs, etc. thereafter. So therefore, the defense of India is a responsibility of the existing government in power, and they are best placed to do it with or without a discourse or a dialogue with the political parties. I know politicians will not like what I am saying, but these are the rules of the game as spelt out very clearly. Now, as far as what has happened in Kashmir, in Uri in particular, I think we must understand that this was designed by Pakistan to create the kind of situation that India would quickly react to and lead to a further fodder for Nawaz Sharif to create noise at the UN in anti-India sentiment, to say that we are killing Kashmiris in the valley and now we are intimidating Pakistan with military action. But please understand, and I go back to what the DGMO said, General Ranbir, who's a batchmate of mine and a very fine officer. He doesn't speak much, but when he speaks, it carries a lot of weight. He said, we've got the ability to respond, and we will respond at a place and time of our choosing, and therefore I think this is a watershed point. It's an inflection point, and I think those in the nation who doubt our ability to do something because we have been nurtured on a culture of passivity in dealing with Pakistan, we must understand what we are capable of. We are a giant which has not been awake for too long. We must get out of our slumber, and we must begin to punch in our weight category and not below our weight as we've been doing. And therefore I've been saying yesterday and I say it today, that we don't just need diplomatic options, we need military options, and the nation needs to stand behind. Those who wish to debate the subject will debate Arnab till the cows come home.
But that doesn't mean this country will not take action.
Yeah,
because
that
those
Atul
who
Kumar
died
Anjan.
in Kashmir and those who say it's an intelligence failure, no intelligence, Arnab, no intelligence can guarantee you 100%
Yeah, that Pavan
success.
Verma.
This is a myth. It's an oxymoron to say that intelligence will give you 100% success and the forces are well equipped, so why couldn't they defend themselves? There will always be the odd militant who will get past, who has the advantage of surprise and who is well trained, doctored, equipped and sent by Pakistan to do precisely what they did. In this case, they got lucky. They killed more than they anticipated, and they have done the people of India and given the people of India a wake-up call that it is now or never to change course after 25 years of being kicked around and having a head hang in shame, because every time we go into deliberation and there are people who come up and say that we must go back to talking to Pakistan. I'm sorry. I've never been in favor of talks. I'm not in favor of talks now. Call me a hawk if you want to. But it's about time we do what we do, or otherwise we become part of some kind of a global alliance.
No. I find today,
I've had enough, Arnab.
I find today, Maroof, just 1 sec, Maroof. You see, I find today that Atul Kumar Anjan did not answer my question. He interrupts me whenever I say anything to him. But Pavan Verma should have come in and said that Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, you are wrong to drag Kashmir, or wrong to drag the issue of a long-standing solution to the Kashmir problem when we are talking about a terrorist attack. But Pavan Verma held himself back.
My party
This is the nation for us to be. This is the time for us to be. Your CPI, your CPI has said that. Distance yourself from the CPI. Maroof and Atul Kumar Anjan. Maroof and Atul Kumar Anjan, please. I am only saying this is a call for unity tonight.
Let me answer that question. Arnab, let me answer that question.
Only Atul and Maroof.
Arnab, let me answer that question. This is not, sir, with respect, sir. With respect, sir, give me a minute, sir. Just give me a minute, sir, with respect, sir. Arnab, just with respect, may I get 30 seconds? 30 seconds, sir. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, sir. Anjan Sahab, give me 30 seconds.
You are involved in double talks. Your Times of India writes
Anjan Sahab, give me 30 seconds.
You speak something else.
Should I answer?
Times now you speak something differently, and your sister organization Times of India writes something differently. Tell me why this sort of you say differences? What sort of
Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan. Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan. Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan. Hold it, Atul Kumar Anjan. The answer my question. I don't know why we should be quiet and take this lying down. Maroof and Nalin.
Anjan Sahab, with respect, let me, Arnab, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, all I'm saying, Arnab, Anjan Sahab, please listen, sir, Anjan Sahab, please listen. Anjan Sahab, please, 30 seconds, this is not part of the Kashmir problem per se. This is part, sir,
inside the country. Don't try
sir, please listen to me. Don't get worked up. Anjan Sahab,
public opinion in this country.
Anjan Sahab,
your Jaish-ism will not lead the country to disaster.
Anjan Sahab, I think.
Noted that. You are not doing any national duty. Don't try to divide the people.
Anjan Sahab, Anjan Sahab, please.
Consensus that the
Anjan Sahab,
you know the problem.
Anjan Sahab,
you can say.
Arnab, can I?
1 minute, Maroof, before you come in, I want to make a point here. You see, the question is this. No, 1 second, Maroof. No, 1 second. 1 second.
Arnab,
Maroof, simple point, simple and limited point which is being made here. Simple. Maroof, 1 point before I let you come in. Please understand here. I take a straw poll today. Ask the people of this country today, Maroof, anyone. Let's ask anyone tonight. 18 soldiers have died, and the CPIM is making a principled and strong case in a press release for the involvement of stakeholders like the Hurriyat for a long-standing solution to the Kashmir issue. They are the ones who are legitimizing the terrorism then by linking the Kashmir issue to it. And Pavan Kumar Verma, you should stand steadfast opposed to such a position of the CPI. Forget your politics tonight. Forget you are aligned to. And Atul Anjan, don't try to be aggressive with me because I can expose you with facts. Maroof, please. Maroof.
आपके साथ प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आप ही बोलते हैं, बाकी सब सुने आप.
Arnab, I just want to tell the guests.
Maroof,
sir, एक बार सुन लीजिए 30 seconds. I just want to tell you this, sir, Pavan sir, please, 30 seconds. Or Pavan sir, please. I'm just let me make one point, and I think that will settle the debate.
After Maroof, I'm coming to you.
Arnab,
Pavan Verma,
this is not the way.
Pavan sir.
Okay, Maroof, let Pavan Verma have his say and then we'll come.
Pavan
Okay,
Verma,
Maroof, let him make his point.
Sir,
let him make his point. Maroof, wait, yeah.
No, Arnab, give me damn 30 seconds, yeah. Everyone is getting into all these politicians are getting. They are trying to win brownie points with their party. All I'm wanting to say is, this is part.
No, let him make his point. One second, Maroof, wait, let him make his point. Let him make his point.
Please understand the difference between that and the Kashmir issue.
Fine. That's the point I made. Now, Pavan Verma, my point to you is simple. What is the link between a terrorist strike and a long-standing solution to the Kashmir problem by involving stakeholders who were spoken to when the all-party delegation went? Pavan Verma, understand why the sentiment is coming from. People have been killed. Political parties
Arnab,
like the left.
I've heard you.
Let me
answer. For
I'm giving
time is running out here. You only speak.
Yeah, but you addressed the question because you didn't address my first question either. Pavan Verma, you didn't address my first question. You're not addressing my second. Go ahead.
You just keep repeating the question. You don't allow your panelists.
Please answer. Because you don't answer the question. Go on.
Please allow me. If this is the question you're asking today, why don't you once, for instance, Arnab, turn around to the respected members of the BJP and the RSS, my good friend Nalin, and say, why did you put it in your document for the agenda for alliance? Why are you asking those who are asking them to do what they promised to do? I ask you a simple question, but that is a question you don't ask. Secondly, with great respect, and Maroof is somebody I know personally, for whom I have great respect. No, Arnab, please Arnab. You cannot conduct.
You're being very intolerant tonight. No, Pavan Verma, you are. May I place on record? You are unwilling to hear the other side tonight. You are unwilling to hear. No, you must be contradicted.
You ask a question.
Pavan Verma, Pavan Verma, sometimes when we contradict you, you are being impatient. But go ahead. You don't want an intervention.
I will finish by what.
No, you are threatening. Fine, go ahead, Pavan Verma. Go ahead, threaten.
No, 30 seconds. 30 seconds is what.
Go ahead and threaten. That's all right.
Please allow me that. 30 seconds. My question to Maroof, for whom I have great respect, was that by saying that no intelligence works at all against the terrorism, I partially agree with him because they have the prerogative of choosing their time of attack and no terrorist act can be fully predicted. But Maroof, you will agree with me, you've been yourself well versed with these doctrines and been in the armed forces.
That's what I said, sir.
That intelligence and army preparedness are also important aspects, although not every time successful, in battling the menace of terror. That was the sole point that is being made. Not to say that intelligence can always work, or that army preparedness can always prevent a terrorist attack. Let's have a reasonable debate. Let's not make it hyperbolic and try to make it
that is precisely what I said.
I'm responding.
Pavan sir, that is precisely what I said.
No, Maroof,
that is precisely what I said.
Wait a minute. Maroof, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Maroof, and now I'm speaking only to Pavan Verma. Now, Pavan Verma, you know what? You are making very subjective comments. I understand. Whatever the reason, it may be a diversionary
technique. So you make them all the time.
The questions are focused. But I'm making a few couple of points. Now you hear me. Now let's engage.
Yes.
Now let's engage. Okay, Pavan Verma, like reasonable people, let's engage. Okay, please do. Okay, my point to you is, just tell anyone tonight.
Gratitude to the Lord.
Tell anyone tonight. No, cut the sarcasm. What does Kashmir have to do with 26/11? What does Kashmir have to do with the 7/11 train attacks? What does Kashmir have to do with Pathankot?
Absolutely.
Tell the people tonight, what does Kashmir have to do with Uri? And Pavan Verma, allow me to complete and have the patience, because the problem is that when you see that there's a very strong point being made on the other side, you just, you blow your lid, you'll make a few comments, you'll say, I'll walk off. No, that's all right. I won't respond in that.
We are eschewing that.
Mr. Verma, I'm not getting into personal comments. You tell me today, or you tell Atul Kumar Anjan, tell him today that Uri has nothing to do with the Kashmir issue or a long-standing solution to the Kashmir issue or of involving the Hurriyat, and hence Atul Kumar Anjan should not be supporting Sitaram Yechury's party when he makes that point, because it is diluting India's position. That's all. Say that tonight. Atul Kumar Anjan, don't jump. Don't jump. The people want to see consensus tonight.
First of all, Arnab,
why you are giving responsibility on my
at this
part?
stage, Arnab, now you ask a question and people interrupt.
You ask with the CPM people, not with us.
No.
Let Atul be there. I'm not interrupting Atul Kumar Anjan. Yes.
First of all, Arnab, at this stage of my life, it's too late now to be told by you what I should say in response to a question. I must tell you this, that I began my statement to you today by saying that we are all united against a common enemy called Pakistan. We stand as one in one resolve to meet this challenge. And we are here to support the government in finally coming to a policy which is coherent, effective and strategically effective. That is our point of view.
That.
This is the point I have made from the beginning.
That.
And as far as the question of, just a question, just let me finish now. 10 seconds only. And just a point I want to ask you. If you say there is no connection, if there is no connection between Pakistan's involvement in Kashmir, the situation in Kashmir, the growth of terrorism and our ability to meet it, I want to ask you, please read the agenda for alliance which the BJP entered with the PDP. The commitments that they made are being asked to be implemented. It's not made by anyone else. Please ask Nalin Kohli.
Ratan Sharda.
Mr. Pavan Verma, enough your linguistic fervor. Let me explain. Pakistan, if there is no Kashmir.
Don't be personal, Mr. Sharda.
You have made a comment. I am just answering to that. You have been talking for last half an hour. You have been talking last half an hour. I am making a simple point. If there was no Kashmir, Pakistan would have invented a Kashmir. It is the fountainhead, the godfather of all the Islamic states that exist today in world over.
Then
and
why
this is
did
the godfather
you
state.
talk to Hurriyat?
So that is a different issue. That's a domestic issue. Don't bring it to international warfare.
No,
this is low sustained war. This is a low intensity war. This is a war against Islamic State being put in by Pakistan. So don't link it to Kashmir. Kashmir was an internal issue between the parties and between the politics. Don't keep on bringing that into this. This attack is purely a low intensity war against India. Remember this. Don't keep on bringing two parties manifesto here.
Nalin Kohli.
You are talking about this. Remember, I would not have spoken so long. I have spoken for last 40. I have been keeping quiet because I find it very embarrassing. It's highly embarrassing, Arnab. For this a national issue, we are fighting like the school level debaters. It's horrible. I would not interfere in such a debate when people stoop to such low levels and speak like this on national issue. Why should there be highly raised tempers? Why can't we have a normal debate on a national issue which should be discussed at a national, international level, which should discuss between what is the issue between Pakistan and India, how it is attacking India and how to respond to that. I think we should also have a policy. We have a journalist who looks at soldiers as mercenaries. You look at the tweet of a leftist journalist which says that soldiers are making money to die. This is the kind of Twitter that is happening. We have these kind of media people who are out there to, downcast the army and, make these kind of very fervent statements which actually hurt the Indian army, the Indian confidence and our own nationhood. These are the kind of people who raise questions about the whole warfare.
I'd like to get Rahul Narwekar.
And we are debating this
I'd like to get Rahul Narwekar and Nalin Kohli into the debate.
This is all you want to discuss?
Rahul Narwekar and Nalin Kohli, please. 1 second. Rahul Narwekar and Nalin Kohli on the debate. Two people, 1 minute. Just 1 point. Just 1 point. Just one point. Ratan Sharda, just wait a minute. Now, Rahul Narwekar, welcome to the debate. Nalin Kohli, you can give a consolidated response when we come in, so sorry to keep you waiting. You see, Rahul Narwekar, I'm picking up all the statements and I find it also surprising about your party that at a time when the nation is mourning the death of 18 innocent soldiers in the Uri attack, Sharad Pawar, your party leader, finds this an opportunity to inexplicably peddle religion and flash the secularism card in a barbaric act on terror. I read a statement: paramount priorities of nation : zero tolerance to Pak-sponsored and any kind of terror, and promoting secularism and religious tolerance within. Government must act now. Bizarre. I don't understand this, Rahul Narwekar. It shows that at a time when there should be an unconditional condemnation for terror, the NCP sees it as an opportunity to drag in religion and flash the secularism card. I mean, this cannot be a confused response. Please explain the meaning of this kind of a response. Please explain it tonight.
Well, Arnab, at the outset, like my fellow panelists today, I would first like to salute all our brave soldiers who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We are deeply moved by this act of theirs. Having said that, now let me come to your question. I am quite sure and I do understand the reasons as to why you don't understand such a simple statement that has been made by Honorable Shri Sharad Pawar. Number one, with regards to the ghastly terror attack, I think the country is absolutely united, and so is the NCP. With regards to dealing with terrorism,
where does secularism come in?
Decisive action.
Where does secularism come in?
Let me complete, Arnab. Arnab, everyone has a problem with you that you don't let them complete. Do we interrupt when you start
but where does secularism come in? No, but please answer my question. You've not even come to my question.
So
where does secularism come in?
For a minute, you'll get your answer. Hold your horses for a minute, you'll get your answer. That's it.
I've been waiting. Where does secularism come in? Tell me, where does secularism come in?
So having said that, I have no doubt in my mind that the entire country is united against terrorism and willing to support this government with regards to every decisive action it proposes to take against acts of terror and against Pakistan. Number two, the atmosphere in the country there are two major concerns that the country faces today. Number one is with regards to the external cross-border terrorism that is being sponsored by Pakistan. That is genuinely a serious concern. No one in the country has a doubt about that. In the same breath, there is another concern which we are facing in the country today, and that is growing intolerance with regards to communal tension that is prevailing in the country. These are two separate issues. They are certainly two separate issues, but that is also an issue which we need to recognize.
Rahul.
So, Arnab, you trying to link that with the current issue at hand is absolutely uncalled for, and you are trying to politicize events against the will and against the aspiration of the entire country.
Just 1 minute. Okay, Rahul, listen, don't get worked up. The question is this, please, and I'll repeat my point. You must understand. I don't understand who put it in one line. It was a person called Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar brought in promoting secularism and religious tolerance within in the context of an attack on Uru. No, but why is it said in one sentence?
That's not my problem.
Listen,
do you
Rahul
Narwekar, do you disagree with the fact
Rahul, I don't care if
violence is an issue in India today? Do you agree with that or you don't? Answer my question.
Was Uri an incident of communal violence? No, was Uri an incident of communal violence? Was Uri an incident of communal violence? What are you talking about?
Absolutely, that's the question.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Was Uri an incident of communal violence? If you don't understand simple logic, Rahul, was Uri an incident of
Goswami, I need to come in for a minute, please.
Okay, let Nalin respond. I don't understand. It beats all logic. Uri and communal violence. Then why are they being, if they have nothing to do with one another, why is it being issued in one sentence?
You can't deny.
Why are you, if it is, Rahul, listen, if it has nothing to do with one another, now listen, don't go around. You ask a question, no, so I'll respond to you very calmly, just have the patience to listen. If it has nothing to do with one another, these two issues, secularism on the one side and the Uri attack on the other, explain to the viewer why Sharad Pawar made a reference to both in the context of one sentence. Why did he do that?
I have already told you, if you read the statement, it is
so
very clear
You haven't. I've read the statement. You want me to read it again?
The country faces today.
You want what
What does
Uri have to do with communal violence?
Terrorism.
What does Uri have to do with communal violence?
Which is a prime concern.
What does Uri have to do with communal violence?
What does Uri have to do with communal violence? And you
then why did he link the two? Then why did he mention the two together? The statement is Sharad Pawar's, not mine. What are you talking about? Explain the statement. The statement is Sharad Pawar's.
Mr. Goswami,
is the statement Sharad Pawar's or mine?
Repeating myself, no, you may be. I have
this
already
statement is Sharad Pawar's or mine?
Quite fairly and quite squarely.
I don't think you have. Is the statement mine or Sharad Pawar's, Rahul?
Mr. Goswami, I'd like to make a response.
Statement.
Nalin is responding to you. Go ahead.
Of Mr. Pawar, but it is being misunderstood, misinterpreted,
Mr. Goswami,
put out of
let's
place.
go fundamentally to the core of the issue. The core of the issue fundamentally is very clear. Uri has nothing to do with communalism. It has nothing to do with secularism. It's a terrorist incident. Those who come in as terrorists, irrespective, do they ask for the region or the religion of the person they kill? They don't. Whoever dies there, that soldier, he doesn't go there and pick up a gun for fighting for the nation by saying I'm a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or anything else. He's an Indian first, an Indian who's willing to lay down his life, and 18 of them did. They did, and hear what their families have to say. Their families, and you hear young children, wives in grief, brothers and fathers, each one, mothers, each one saying, what we want is a reply. And none of them say we are sad that our son has died today or this. They say that they gave the supreme sacrifice. That is the important message. And what are we finding? We find all sorts of excuses, even justifications for terror. Link this with that, try to find a justification. How can there be a justification? This was the justification that created Osama bin Laden. This is the justification that created the ISIS. And this is the justification that we are seeking to now bring into the situation.
No, it's a simple question. Why
on the two occasions that I've heard Nalin Kohli out of the total time he utilized, 80% of the time was spent in pointing fingers at the opposition and making excuses out of the statement made by opposition. The country would be rather happy to know what the government plans to do with regards to this ghastly act. Let's talk about that, Mr. Kohli. You cannot hide behind...
I will give that straight up front to Rahul Narwekar right now, Mr. Goswami, as he finishes speaking.
That has absolutely nothing to do with the issue at hand. You are here to explain what you are going to do and what the government is going to do. And we are
no less than the DGMO in terms of the armed forces has said.
Which is going to
may I come in?
Deal with the terrorism. We are willing to support every action of the government and back the government.
What is it? Are you doing a favor to India? Are you as an Indian doing a favor to India by saying we are willing to support? What do you mean? Is it a favor to those 18 soldiers who are martyred? You are doing no favor, Mr. Rahul Narwekar. That we are duty bound as Indian citizens to stand for the interests of India. And we are duty bound to do what we have to do to protect our sovereignty, our security. You are doing no favor, Mr. Rahul Narwekar. That's a very, very inelegant choice of words that you've got. As if you are deeming a favor to the government of India of the day, which is your government, my government. And as if you're doing a favor to those who have been martyred.
Pavan Verma and Maroof on the debate. May I get Pavan Verma and Maroof in? And as I go to you for your intervention, Pavan Verma, just if I may, as the 20-second intervention from me, and you can have the floor. You can have the floor after that. 1 second. 1 second. Please understand this. You see, you cannot, my own view is, and we can test this, any citizen will think tonight, Pavan Verma, you cannot drag religion into the narrative. When you drag religion into the narrative, you have directly detracted from India's intent to present a watertight case against Pakistan. And this is not the time to argue for the involvement of the Hurriyat. That's a very shallow perspective. These perspectives, Pavan Verma, I am presenting to you may be mistakes that the opposition parties are making. You don't need to militate against them, because the fact is the country cannot be divided in the fight against terrorism. So, no, because Pavan Verma, you need to get into the perspective that,
your question is long.
Sure, go ahead, and then Maroof will respond to you. Go on. No, fine, Maroof. You go ahead, Pavan Verma. Go ahead. Yeah.
Short answer. First of all, Arnab, let me assure you that whether you give us that label or not, the country is united against terror. Your nationalism is as good as my nationalism. Second point I wish to make, and I say this with complete sincerity, and Nalin should also answer with complete honesty. If such an incident had happened, and it has happened in the past, with a non-BJP government in power at the center, would the BJP and its affiliates have exercised the same linguistic restraint as the opposition is seeking to do now? And if I may add, Arnab, if that
I
would
can
have
answer that,
happened,
Pavan bhai.
today would have been... let me finish, so just take me 10 seconds. Your program today would have been, what is this government doing? And every other day, people, ordinary people and our brave soldiers are dying. What is this government's rhetoric about? Who came to power on the promise that they'll teach Pakistan a lesson. You would have done this program.
I will answer this.
Today, tones are changed. The opposition is exercising restraint, and the government is duty-bound now to act.
Pavan Verma, I think.
I will answer that straight head on, Mr. Goswami.
No, one sec. Nalin Kohli before that.
May I
understand this, Pavan Verma? One second, Pavan Verma. In the immediate, yes, I have questioned Sharmal Sheikh. Yes, I have questioned Manmohan Singh's soft diplomacy. Yes, I have questioned his soft peddling on Pakistan. I have questioned his biryani diplomacy. I have. But at the same time, Pavan Verma, in the immediate aftermath of a major terrorist attack, I have on every occasion called for unity. And please understand, Pavan Verma, it may appear to be a simplistic narrative for you, but in 26/11, Indians died. Don't bring religion to the narrative. When I tell Rahul Narwekar that, it's because both Hindu and Muslim died. In Uri, Indian soldiers died.
I haven't brought religion.
So I'm telling, I told the NCP, so you understand where I'm coming from. In the context of my question to the NCP.
You put the question to whoever.
Yeah, my question to the NCP. I put the question to the NCP, so you know where I'm coming from.
I want to
Nalin wanted to respond to you, and Ratan Sharda after that. Yeah, go on.
Mr. Goswami, I think the important difference is when Pavan bhai is making that argument, he must not forget that you had silence from the government. No sooner than did the incident happen, the Prime Minister of India sent out the message, this will not go unpunished.
Oh my God.
The Defence Minister is on record, the Finance Minister is on record, the Home Minister is on record, the Armed Forces are on record, everyone is on record. What is going to be the response? How would it be?
Come out with an
how it should be calibrated? I think General Singh has, our DGMO, said it so clearly and succinctly, that it will be at a time and place of our choosing, and we have the capacity to respond. Tell me whether you heard such a coordinated or a clear message ever in the past. You make a comparison in a situation that was different. The difference being you didn't have a Prime Minister who spoke. You didn't have the government respond in terms of an intent. Today, when we are still grieving our soldiers, you are, while saying we are united, can you say that your entire government in Bihar is united? Can you say, sir, that your constituents of your coalition are united in the same response that you have, sir? Pavan bhai, I heard you. Let me finish, sir. I heard you. Let me finish, sir.
It's very
and I'm sure you can have a point to make. So my point is, even... No, it's not how quickly. It's how quickly I can show you back the mirror, sir.
No. It's amazing. It took a minute for you to bring in politics of this Prime Minister is better than that. And you are accusing the opposition of politicizing.
Pavan bhai, it's not the politics. It is the truth.
Maroof, making a counter, Maroof, please. And we have 3 minutes on the debate here.
Arnab, I recognize the fact that I'm the odd one out in this gathering because everyone's a politician and I have no political affiliations. But let me respond first to the point that Mr. Verma made about me earlier. The thing is, sir, that we both have great respect for each other, but the point that I was making was that the intelligence inputs that come to the military in particular, whether it was 26/11 or whether it is now or even last year's attacks across the LOC, they are very generic in nature. They generally put everyone in a state of alert, and this is quite clearly briefs given out by intelligence agencies to cover their tracks, but nothing specific. At the end of the day, alert or no alert, troops remain in a very high state of alert across the LOC. If somebody gets past, and they do get past despite battlefield surveillance radar defies heavy fencing, despite troops on virtually every spot of land that you can lay troops there on, they will get past, because that is the nature of terrain. So sir, please, Mr. Pavan sir, please give me a minute. So therefore, that was the point I was making, that there will be the odd guy who get past, and there is that surprise element they will have. But I think we've responded well. Those bulk of those guys who've unfortunately died, they were incidental casualties, and which were not anticipated because of the petrol dumps and everything catching fire. Now, my second point, which is an important point, and sir, it is an important point, that I, like everybody else, my heart goes out to the men who have died, more so because they were my kith and kin, they are my kith and kin, and they have a covenant with the country's leadership that when push comes to shove, the leadership should stay united and give them the go-ahead to deliver what they train for the better part of their lives. So we need the decision now, and we need a united political stand, whatever your differences. I speak for the services. And my last point, and which is important to what has occurred in the debate today, that when Kashmir comes up, sir please, when Kashmir comes up, the Kashmir issue is a uniting factor for the Pakistani military and their minions, to get them together to attack India. For India, they don't give a damn which political party is in power today or yesterday in Kashmir, and the Hurriyat are their ploys. They are going to use them till they can use them. At the end of the day, as was rightly brought out by one of the speakers, it is to unite Pakistan's anti-India agenda that Kashmir stands as the cornerstone. They don't unite because of Islam. They don't have the idea of Pakistan. There's nothing else that keeps them together. It is anti-Indianism and Kashmir is the rallying point for that, and that is the commonality in the Kashmir narrative that has come out today. Not because we need to be talking to Hurriyat or whoever else.
Maroof, we've had a long debate, but I just want to get one voice in conclusion. 60 seconds left and one voice. Can we please end this by saying, and I put this to Rahul Narwekar and Ratan Sharda, that we have our differences. I think we articulated some differences today, substantial differences, but that is the strength of our democracy. We disagree on several issues. But now, there is a moment of action which appears to be coming. Whatever the government decides, the Prime Minister decides, Rahul Narwekar, despite your differences, Ratan Sharda, Pavan Verma especially, will you all stand resolute behind whatever action the government takes vis-a-vis Pakistan? At least give us an assurance on that. Rahul Narwekar and then Ratan Sharda.
Let me tell you, we have always stood by any government which is in power during any war, right from 47 onwards. We have never differentiated a government by the color of the political party it carries. I am very sorry I have been keeping quiet in the debate, because I find it highly ridiculous that in a national level debate of national emergency, the India versus Pakistan debate narrowed down to or slipped down to level of BJP versus left secular forces. What kind of politics we are playing? I mean, are we supposed to be united? Your tagline said we are united to fight Pakistan, and here we were seeing the spectacle of opposition trying to score points. I would request all of you, please keep your politics aside. Keep this so-called secular politics aside. You have a common enemy, whose policy is very existence depends on fighting
one
India
thing, Arnab, I want to say,
creating issues.
Please don't,
creating issues to keep it united.
I would be grateful.
It's army establishment you are fighting. You are fighting a political battle. You are fighting a military battle.
I must go, Arnab, now, because I just want to say, Arnab, we are united in the fight against terror, and
you will add a but on that. But Mr. Verma, you will keep on adding a but to that.
All united.
You will never make an unconditional devotion to the nation as the cornerstone. You will keep on making a but all through debate. You have been raising sarcastic notes.
Please don't.
Mr. Pavan Verma, you dominate the debate by creating all kind of fine language points. Simple point is we are united as a nation.
चलिए बंद कराइए भाई, अब जा रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल आप जाइए, यही उचित है.
Nationalism is higher than that of others.
नहीं, one second.
आप लगातार sarcastic बात कर रहे हैं, लगातार आप politics कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर.
Act wisely. चलो बंद कराओ.
I've understood the point. One second. Now to Rahul Narwekar, Nalin Kohli, quick last word, please. Yeah. Rahul
Mr. Goswami, just one last comment. My point's very simple.
Rahul Narwekar,
irrespective of this, we have to be united. And all of those who find a justification all, and I'm not talking Rahul Narwekar, I'm even going far beyond, those who even stood there and talk about civil liberties, everything, and create action against the armed forces, can we at least have them and focus on them, that where is there today their, standing out in solidarity with our soldiers?
Rahul Narwekar.
I think today the moment
we'll deal with that in the debate too. Rahul Narwekar,
because that's what you began with the program with. Let us end with that.
Rahul Narwekar is the last word tonight, and then we are closing. Rahul Narwekar. Rahul Narwekar, please. Rahul.
Arnab, I have not heard anyone on the program tonight say that they don't stand with the government with regards to any decisive action that the government proposes to take. We are all waiting for the government to do that. There's no doubt about that. I think people who are repeatedly saying that we are not united and there is a divide amongst the political class are trying to create this divide. In the interest of the country, let's not indulge in such activities. We have all said it unequivocally that we are united in this hour of concern. The prime concern today is to teach these perpetrators a lesson. With regards to our omissions and errors, we can deal with them later, and that's what our stand is today.
Right. To everyone, thank you very much for joining us. There are big implications of diluting the issue right now, still awaiting what the action the government will take. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.